Top 10 God of War bosses based on fun, so mechanically and execution wise, fun. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today I'm going to be ranking the God of War series top 10 boss fights with some honorable mentions at the end. So make sure to keep on watching the video. I'm really close to my goal, which is 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Thank you guys so much. Let's not drag this video any longer. Let's hop into the top 10. Alright, so coming in at number 10, we have Magni and Modi from God of War 2018. I love this boss fight. It's so fun how you can dodge and move around and combo the hell out of them. I do hate this section where you have to hold your shield up so that they don't hit you, but that's whatever. The whole boss fight is amazing and it's so fun. So yeah. Next at number 9, we have the Colossus of Rhodes. Now hear me out, you're not fighting a small boss here, like it's not completely humanoid. Here's where the fun stems in this boss fight. How when you first spawn in onto God of War 2's first mission ever, he's ghosting you. How he tries to reach you no matter what throughout your way to him. And this core, man, this core, one of the best OSTs ever, don't at me. You fighting him in the first phase, fucking up the man's eyeball, you go on your way and he tries to step on you, but you're strong and you climb up and he starts dry humping the wall and then you finally reach him. You make some cute tattoos on the milky, juicy cheeks on the Rhodes bumper, and he holds you in his hand, yeah, big mistake, and throws you somewhere, but Kratos is like, "You're coming with me!" and manages to take his hand with him. What an asshole. Then the pervert tries to sneak on you to no avail, because he gets stabbed in the eye. Zeus offers help. We don't need it because we already pack what he packs. We fight the monster again and take the Blade of Olympus and we go inside of the Colossus. That's when the fun stops. So coming in at number 8 being Zeus 1 from God of War 2. This fight is really fun. Zesty, how are you putting it this low on the list? Well, we're talking about fun, and fun meaning fun gameplay going on, and here there's a lot of fun to be had, but not as much as the other bosses in this top 10 list, and you'll see. So you start fighting him while he's big and all. He summons these things that you need to crack their backs to stun Zeus. Hit his hand, rinse and repeat till you see the QTE button pop up. He stabs his hand, and this is where the fun begins. Now with some one-on-one with Zeus, you fight back and forth with him, starting with the Blade of Olympus. You fight your way and it's fun because he's the same size as Kratos, so you can move around and dodge moves freely. Then he takes it and you're like, "Give me rent!" Then he takes it again and you're like, "Give it back!" Until you do an attitude adjustment to Zeus and Zeus says he is through playing with you. Jumps down, transforms again, and well, Athena dies. Yes. Number 7. Ares, who destroyed your enemies, and your life was his. The fun that you have and all the adrenaline that rushes to your arm muscles when you make it to this part, man. The score is like my second favorite score in God of War, period. You've seen me use it a lot on my other videos on my channel, in which, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe. The growth has been crazy. Our current goal is 1,000 subscribers, so please, if you enjoy God of War or Devil May Cry, or why not both, and other games that are fun, subscribe. I make challenge videos, retrospectives, speedrun attempts, and I do them all stylishly. Thanks. Back to Ares, you fight him after transforming. Here in the first phase, he's pretty fast and you need some good reflexes to win here in the first phase, so good luck not dying in the first phase. Then he teleports you to wherever the fuck this is. Captain Cuba, please explain this. At this point it feels like you were there when they made those games. In this weird place, you fight Kratos, which is a character widely known amongst God of War fans. He's kinda mad all the time and he starts assaulting these two innocent souls for some reason. So you have to kill all the Kratoses, which is fun, not gonna lie. Ares talks to you and goes, "Give me rent!" You disagree, but he takes the rent nonetheless. You go back and Ares is trying to kill you until you find the Sword of Hope. That's actually not the name. I don't know, I can't quite remember the name. You fight him sword to sword, you win. Stab him, the end. Next at number 6 we have Hercules. This boss is so fun. Like what you're seeing right now is nothing. You haven't seen me in my best day. Yeah, back to Hercules. The boss fight is so fun. You start surrounded by them weaklings and everyone and their mother use the Cyclone of Chaos here because the situation calls for it. Come on. Your God of War instinct tells you to do it, so you do it. If you never use the Cyclone of Chaos at the start here, you're a psychopath. I don't know, I'm gonna judge you. You first fight these guys, then Hercules comes down to flex with his awesome swagger. You combo the living hell out of him. You're gonna love this boss fight if you play like I do, in which it is the Devil May Cry style of moving all the time. You beat him up even more and he says, "Armor is for weak." God, I love his voice actor. One thing leads to another and you find yourself topless on top of him. Rearranging his jawline, of course. What did you think I was gonna say, you creep? Number 5, we have Baldur 1. The Stranger. The first fight with Baldur is much better than the last fight against him, which I'll get to later on in the video. In this first fight, you actually fight him! You can juggle him, you can launch him to the air, you are free to have all the fun with him! All the back and forth with the two as they destroy the landscape, I love it so much. You can combo him, as in the game is telling you you're both on par with each other. So he gets to throw you away into the wind, you get to throw him into the wind. Such a fun, memorable one-on-one with Baldur. At number 4 we have Hades. Hades comes in from behind and tries to take your soul, but you deny it because, come on, that trick is getting old. This fight is fun! The arena is amazing and wide, so you can circle around him all you want, and it's the most fun thing ever. What you're seeing on the screen is just some non-stop fun I'm having every time I play this game. Hades starts with this phase, then he tries to drag you into the river Styx, but you're like, no! And the two of you fight in this over-the-shoulder style thingy. You beat him in this, of course, and you drag him into the river Styx. Yeah, drag. Can he come back as nasty as he can? Yes he can, don't ask me this again! You fight him with his own claws and you go all,
your brother's soul is mine.
And you take all the money from his pockets. And he rots in Hades. Hades rots in Hades. Can you see? Number 3. Can you see? More like, can you Sigrun, you old bald-headed bastard? At number 3, we have Sigrun, the queen of the Valkyries, who is actually not the queen of the word that I just misspelled. Freya's the queen, by the way. Subscribe, please. Sigrun is the best boss in God of War 2018. It took and is still taking people more than 100 tries to beat her. You take all the Valkyries and you put them all in one and you get Sigrun. It's hard, even on the normal difficulty, but when you master her, that's where a lot of the fun begins. So now when I hop into God of War 2018, when I try to fight Sigrun, I always try new things. And I'm always impressed when I find new ways to knock her off in the air or any other thing really. So now when I play on the hardest difficulty, New Game Plus, I play to chill. I love it so much. It's really like a Dark Souls boss where you struggle so much at the start, but when you get the hang of it, oh, you just play while chilling or something. You just beat her every day. A true testament to one's strength. 10 out of 10 would recommend Sigrun, the best boss in God of War 2018. Number 2. Zeus 2. The God of War 3 Kratos vs Zeus rematch is one of the best boss fights in the franchise. Like just the tension that starts right at the first frame after the cutscene when they go ding, dun, 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 dun. God, I love it. The game switches to a 2D camera and oh my god, my favorite game of all time just turned into a fighting game. You fight him and you both go at it and you can style on him and combo him all the time. He has some solid moves and I love how you can grab him while he's in the air. Such a cool thing, man. It's cool. I remember back when I had the PS3 and I for some reason pressed circle on him when he was in the air. And I saw the animation, man. It looked so good. Enough coming. You fight in this 2D style, which is the first phase, then Zeus moves to another location where you fight him for like a minute until the referee intervenes and goes, "Father and son will die together!" But that's not gonna happen, and here's where round 2 starts. Inside of Gaia. This one gets more intense as Zeus starts summoning more Zeuses inside of Gaia. But this is done in a fun way, not the stupid Baldur fight at the end of God of War 2018, later in the video. You fight all the Zeuses and the insides of Gaia are so wide and open, it's so fun to maneuver around with Zeus. Father and son inside together! Okay, this is starting to get creepy. You fight Kratos, wins, penetrates both Gaia and Zeus, and boom, perfect boss fight. But Zesty, how was Zeus's boss fight at number 2? What could possibly be better than that? You're playing with me. I'ma leave this video right now. No! At number 1, we have what I would like to call the peak of boss fight design. Nothing will ever dethrone this. At number 1, we have Lahkesis and Atropos. God of War 2 is a masterpiece for many reasons. This is one of them. In this boss battle, you fight two sisters of fate, Lahkesis and Atropos. Now let's talk about why this boss is the best in the series, why it's fun, why it's the best. First we have the arena, look at it. You've never seen an arena designed better than this. It goes so well with what you're doing and who you're fighting, which is Lahkesis at the start. You have 4 of these hooks that you can grapple onto and jump off from. I always have a lot of fun fighting her. I move around all the time. I'm maneuvering all the time. Also imagine this boss fight with the God of War 3 combat system. I'm sorry for the bad quality, I know. I got it on my PS Vita, I'm very sorry. You're gonna have to excuse me for this one. And now the boss itself. She's one hard daughter of a bastard. Not Sigrun hard, but still hard nonetheless. She has some moves and she knows how to use them. You fight her back and forth, one-on-one. So far. Then after all the hands you throw at her, you have to grab her in the air and do all this. And I don't need to talk about the story and all that, that's great, but we're talking about mechanics here. She gets beaten and calls her sister, Atropos. This MILF comes out of the mirror, what do? A. Roll out of the way. B. Kill yourself so that she does not kill you. C. Keep staring at her like an idiot. That's right, C! Anyways, she takes you out on a date and you fight on the Sword of Hope. The sword that saved Kratos in God of War 1. I love you, Cory Barrock! Anyways, you gotta stop her from destroying the sword so that you don't die. Back then. Which kills you. Now. Anyways, after an ass whooping that she wasn't anticipating, you get back to the first arena where Lahkesis is fine and recovered. Atropos is trapped in the mirrors, Lahkesis instantly frees her, and it becomes... Word that I don't want in this video. Starts with a 3. Yeah, anyways, it becomes a 2-on-1 where you keep on fighting until Lahkesis gets stunned. You slow down time while she's down recovering. In the meantime, you start beating the shit out of Atropos. You repeat that 2 or 3 times, I think. Then it's just you and Lahkesis, or so you thought. Atropos comes back in the QTE. You trap the both of them in their own mirror and shatter the mirror. A fate worse than anything, really. Like, their consciousness is gone. Their ki, if you watch Dragon Ball, is just gone. They didn't just die, they kind of vaporized. It's like, this is something that no one will ever know what this is. This is not death. This is, I don't know what this is. And that's that for the greatest boss fight in the series, in my opinion. This is all subjective. You might have a different taste in boss fights. Comment down your top 10 God of War bosses down below in the comments. And now let's not forget the honorable mentions. Pandora's Guardian. Not a lot I can say. This is a solid, fun boss. Just for me, it's not better than the ones I listed. Alecto from God of War Ascension, I could describe this boss as a hype boss battle. It's crazy and a lot of stuff are going on, but it's not the most fun. Mostly because Ascension's combat kisses my ass on a hot Sunday. Hercules from God of War 2018. This one is actually pretty fun, like what you're doing is kind of fun. I love it. Sadly couldn't make it on the list because there are better boss fights. I'm sorry, Dragon. Baldur 2. I said I'm gonna be back to this one and here we are. Story-wise, this is one of the craziest bosses ever. Design-wise, what the fuck is the most annoying boss fight ever, and that's not because it's hard. Trust me, it's much more than that. First off, you're not fighting Baldur, you're fighting some annoying enemies that Baldur just happens to be with them. In the first fight with Baldur, you're actually fighting him! And in here, you're not fighting him. And that's a terrible design choice for Baldur. I'm not saying having goons is a stupid or a bad thing. It's just that you gotta know the time and place for these types of boss battles. Zeus summons goons, but it makes sense and it's fun. Hercules has goons fighting for him, but it has a reason, and it makes the fight so good. Baldur? Oh, just throw in some of these stupidly annoying enemies with him. Players are gonna love it. No, please don't. And no, I won't. Now I have some crazy reflexes, not to flex here, and I play like a master in this game. Point is, I play nice. Okay, man, I play nice. I'm a player. I've been playing this game for a long time. So that makes me a good kid who knows when and where to dodge. And I still get grabbed by these limp biscuits. Terrible, terrible boss fight, just get it away. Here is where we reach the end of the video. If you're interested in more God of War content, Devil May Cry content, challenges in them, or talks about them, or top 5s, please make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Make sure to like and to share the video to your friends. Tell me what you guys think about the bosses I ranked. Share your thoughts. The channel is going nuts and I'm both happy and stunned. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thanks a lot. I wouldn't be here without your support. Check out my iceberg video that blew up. Thank God it did, because I would have cried. Thank you, Captain Cuba. Check out my other videos if you're interested. It's been your extreme gamer Zesty. Peace.